Hey everybody, hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm here doing the Astrology Insight for the week of August 9th. On Tuesday, August 11th, we have Mercury trine Neptune as well as Venus trine Uranus. On Wednesday, August 12th, we have the new moon in Leo as well as the solar eclipse, as well as Mercury sextile Uranus. On Thursday, August 13th, we have Mercury sextile Venus. And then on Saturday, August 15th, we have Mercury conjunct Jupiter in Leo. On Tuesday, August 11th, we have Mercury in Leo trine Neptune in Aries, as well as Venus in Libra trine Uranus in Gemini, and they'll both be going exact around that 10:45 p.m. Central Time. So today is a fabulous day to really consider how you are showing up in the world, how you are expressing yourself, and really giving yourself the invitation to break out of your usual norms, your usual patterns, your usual rhythm, and allow yourself to shake things up and change things up, because we have this Mercury trine Neptune, which gives us the power of imagination and fantastical thinking, which can be very useful when we're considering how do we want to express ourselves. What is our new creative impulse that we foresee has good potential? And with this Venus trine Uranus, it really encourages us to get out of our norms, to think out of the box, to be a little eccentric, to be a little different. So overall today can be a very fun day. It all depends on where it sits in your chart, of course, because this Mercury trine Neptune perhaps brings up bad fantasies where you just kind of think of the worst case scenarios. So this is where we do want to keep our imagination in check today. But like I said, it can be a very fun day because it can encourage us to consider, what does our future look like for ourselves? And how do we foresee a new creative impulse of how we are going to express ourselves? How can we kind of change up our usual rhythms and our norms to give ourselves the invitation to do things differently, to think out of the box, and to really allow ourselves to evolve? So it can be a very fun day, especially prepping us for this new moon solar eclipse on Wednesday. On Wednesday, August 12th, we have the new moon at 20 degrees Leo in 1 minute, going exact at 12:36 p.m. Central Time, as well as the solar eclipse. And then we also have Mercury in Leo sextile Uranus and Gemini today as well. So now that we are in eclipse season, we have to remember that things do not always happen in linear time. Things come in really quickly, things leave really quickly. So we just want to really pay attention to where do we have Leo sitting in our chart, because that is going to be the house that was really going to be highlighted today, because perhaps we are being asked to let go of a part of ourselves that is no longer serving us. Maybe we're really asking ourselves to honor our self-worth and to really be aware of who is not honoring our self-worth, who is not respecting us. Now, this new moon is also ruled by the sun, which is going to be eclipsed. So this can be a time where we really just want to tune in. We want to slow down, because this new moon is going to be ruled by a planet that is eclipsed, which means it's energetically not fully present. So we really want to feel, what is that pull guiding us forward? And how are we being asked to eclipse a part of our life that's been blocking us from this new creative impulse? Where do we feel like it's time for us to show up in community, in the collective, and honestly, in truth, what do we represent as an energetic body within the collective? What do we stand for? And how do we want to encourage that reality to come forward a little bit more? How do we want to fully embody that creative expression of how we want to show up in the world? Because during this time period, we do want to be aware of how we are creatively expressing ourselves and ask ourselves the question if we are being received in the way that makes us feel worthy, in the way that makes us feel happy, in a way that feels like it's being respected. Or do we feel like we're not being received in a way that honors who we really are? And then as well today, we have Mercury in Leo, sextile Uranus and Gemini, which really allows us to flow with our intuition, to just trust our intuition, because today is one of those days where we kind of just have to flow. We have the sun eclipse during the new moon, so we have this really powerful energy pulling us forward as we are being asked to eclipse a part of our life so that we can really focus on who we are becoming and what our future looks like. So allow yourself to think out of the box today. Allow yourself to trust your intuition today, because that is what it's all about. But like I said, it's really important to look and see where you have Leo in your own personal chart so that you can understand how this is affecting your own life. On Thursday, August 13th, we have Mercury in Leo, sextile Venus in Libra, going exact at 11:22 a.m. Central Time. This is a very playful aspect, so have fun today. It is a sextile, so it doesn't mean it's the most strongest energy, but the undercurrent is there. The invitation is there to be more lighthearted, to be playful, to be creative, to harmonize things, and to really just be very youthful and bring joy and lightheartedness into the world. So enjoy today. It's a playful day. It's a fun day. It's a creative day, so have fun. On Saturday, August 15th, we have Mercury conjunct Jupiter in Leo, going exact at 6:22 a.m. Central Time. So this is a very powerful aspect for getting your ideas across, for really showing up in the world and expressing yourself. This is a very big dynamic energy because everything Jupiter does is big and expansive. And when it's in Leo, it just brings that really fun, lighthearted, creative part into this world. And when we have Mercury, it gives us the voice to do so. So if you have any big ideas that you need to share or get across, this is a wonderful day to do that. If this is an opportunity for you to really just put yourself out in the world and show people who you are, it's a good day for that as well. It always depends on where it sits in your chart, but we can call back to that new moon that we just had in Leo and really ask yourself, where did you feel that creative impulse to show up in the world, to extend yourself into the world, and how can you maybe find the energy today is a little bit of an invitation to show yourself, to express yourself, because this is a very good aspect to do that. If you'd like to schedule a personal reading, you can contact me at 11kaibarose33.com.